Ladies and gentlemen, it is Mike Baird's videos again, and as you can see, this is my uncle Brian Windsor, Calhoun County Treasurer. That's who you vote for when you go to the voter and vote in your Republican nominees for all your votes. You don't want to vote liberals. That's my opinion. Just stay away from the liberals unless you like being controlled by the government and fed by the government and never want to amount to nothing and always stay poor. And stay with the liberals and vote for them. But if you want opportunity in life, to succeed in life, to become something and not be punished because you become it by the government, then vote Republican, because Republican is all about less government and more people. You do your own thing, get your own. That's what schooling's for. You go to school, become a doctor or something like that, or somebody that gets paid real good, a business person. You're making lots of money, and because you learn how to, why should you be punished? Because you did all the schooling. I don't agree with that. Why should you be the bad guy? Because you're making all the money and you worked hard for it. And so you have to pay for the people that don't want to work hard and make big money. They just like being laid back and blame all their problems on everybody else, including the rich person that's already made it. And why do you condemn the rich person when they're the ones that create the jobs for people to work at so they can have incomes? I just don't understand why, and that's why I don't vote liberal. And if you had more jobs, more people working jobs, and you stop punishing the rich people for they're creating the jobs by you punishing them with taxing the tar out of them, because you got to pay for the people that don't work. And there's a lot of people that don't work because the jobs get fewer and fewer because the rich people are taking their factories and moving them into countries that don't tax them like crazy, and so that hurts the United States. I don't think you should tax them people. You tax them. Actually, the fair tax would be the best. But you want to keep the companies like that in the nation. That way, the way the government gets money from the rich people does not tax them directly. You give them a break so they can stay here, and they create jobs, and the people that makes money off of that company, they pay their taxes, and you got taxes rolling in. You still get some taxes from the companies, but you got more taxes coming in from the workers because they're working instead of drawing for the free government. See how that works? And that's why the Republican Party is better. You don't got all of that stupid government jobs that's not necessary out there basically doing nothing, collecting $50,000-$60,000 a year of our tax money. Sure, they pay taxes on it, but that's already money that's already taxed to the government. He just re-taxed. He's just losing money for the system. It's so simple. Create more jobs for the country, and that'll jumpstart the economy better, instead of saying creating more government jobs, and a lot of more government people get hired in as government jobs, and they so the liberal says, look at our numbers, we got so many people hired in and working. Yeah, a lot of them is government people that's getting paid by people that work, and and that's just liberals, man. They want to give everything free. They want to jack up everything. You jack up the minimum wage. You force companies to give health care. The health care, man. People, and then so companies cut back on workers. They try to do the job with less workers because they have to pay more, and the job don't get done as good, and a lot of people get left out. And so you create more people that has to rely on government funding to live on. Okay, that's enough for political talk. I get going on that, and plus the morals of your liberals are lacking. There is no morals. And why vote for a party that don't have morals? So they don't have morals, and they don't go by. They cut the Bible out. Don't go by the Bible, so they ain't gonna have nothing to be accountable for when they lie to you. They can just straight up lie to you because there's nothing to be accountable for. So your liberals are gonna do more lying. And I mean, most of them, there's a lot of them do lying. They lie, but you get people like Dr. Ben Carson, Mike Huckabee, Sarah Palin, people like that really are sincere with their walk with the Lord. You ain't gonna see no lying out of them too much. They tell you the truth, and they do things right. Okay, if you want to have so Brian Windsor, Calhoun County Treasurer, is who you vote for. I strictly leave this political talk today. During my little walk here, getting my walk in today. I need to take my vitamins. I can tell that I didn't take them yet today. And I go on and go like I was, and you take them. I'll get in there and take them. I haven't taken my substance yet. Oh, and my pastor is bringing over, correction, my friend is bringing over a sign for me to put in my backyard that's going to face towards Columbia Road Avenue right there. Well, the people will see it really good. And the sign is going to have Tina Yost, Y-O-S-T, for Calhoun County Circuit Judge. You want to vote for her. She would be a really, 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 really good one. And we need people like Tina Yost running the judge system. And you're going to get credibility and accountability with her. And she has great principle to go by. She abides by the law. She's a great lady, and she will do a great job. We want her in there. So when you're voting for the president, which you said be voting Republican, a lot of the Republicans don't like the Republican that's running. Well, basically don't have no choice. And he's surrounding himself with people that give him good advice, like Dr. Ben Carson. He's friends with Sarah Palin, and he's good friends with Mike Huckabee, and that's Donald Trump. I know I got a cousin that hates Donald Trump's guts, and I apologize for you, towards you, cousin, for me voting for Donald Trump, because I believe that God can take and speak through a donkey. and he has. So pretty much my cousin thinks that Donald Trump is basically a donkey. So God can use a donkey. He has before. And so that's why he's made friends with Dr. Ben Carson and listens to his advice. He listens to Mike Huckabee's advice and Sarah Palin's advice. These are great conservatives, very great Christian background conservatives. You don't get it much better than them three I just mentioned. If Donald Trump surrounds himself with them and gets in the office, we're going to have a good crew in there. And to change some things up, get rid of the Muslims out of the office. Hey, I'm not being politically correct today. I'm being truth. This is truth. Our country needs to get rid of the Muslims out of office because their Sharia law conflicts with our Constitution. So you don't take Sharia law over our Constitution. Our Constitution is in stone. You do not cross it. Well, the liberals think they can. So that's my thought on that. So that's why I'm voting for Donald Trump, and I believe in prayer, and I think God can use him. I believe you can have your own judgment on a person and hate that person because you judge them. You can't hate. You gotta love your enemies. Don't hate nobody. You can't have love in your heart if you don't love everybody. You can't have. How can you? Well, how does David Huff say that? Brother David Huff says last year, I don't believe you can love God except you love everybody. So if you're saying you hate somebody and judge somebody according to what deeds they did, then you don't have the love of God in your heart. You got to get the love of God in your heart. There's better ways to going at it than going out and calling people names, because people are voting something you are not agreeing with. Why condemn your fellow brothers? Why don't you pray for your brothers and sisters in the Lord? And why don't you show love and kindness? Wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. All that hatred talk and calling people stupid is just going to create division within the brethren, and that's what the devil wants. Why let politics do that to you? Why let politics create division between the people and the church? That's not a good thing to hold that in your heart. Well, I'm walking 13 minutes already. Vote for Brian Windsor and Tina Yost. Brian Windsor for Calhoun County Treasurer and Tina Yost for Calhoun County Circuit Judge. Thank you for so much for listening to me. This has got 13 minutes to go on across 14 minutes, and I need to cut this short of 15 minutes because then I have to divide the video up. So right there, Brian Windsor, don't forget that name, and Tina Yost, Y-O-S-T. Here signs are all over town. God bless and have a great day.